At Vincis, we think winning is everything. And it's our mission to help you, our customers, beat your competitors in the marketplace so you are either the fastest growing or the dominant player in your relevant market. And the best research that's been done about this was Harvard Business School's Michael Porter, who came up with 3 generic strategies that defined market leadership. The first one is cost leadership. This is perhaps the Ryanair model. You take out all of the unnecessary costs in your business, be extremely lean, and then you can beat the competition purely on price. If you can't beat them on price, you can adopt a service strategy. That's where you develop new services that are utterly wrapped around individual customers. You get to know them well, you get to anticipate them, you get to deliver a level of service that is better than anybody else in the marketplace because you understand your customers better than anybody else in the marketplace. And then the third way is to dominate the value. Deliver more value than your competitors at the same price with equal service, and you end up winning in the marketplace by simply providing more value to your clients' organizations. And the problem we see is that when you're a salesperson and you're trying to adopt one of these strategies to persuade people to buy off you, it all comes down to how well do you articulate it. Now, Porter says you have to be good at all 3, but you can't dominate a market unless you excel at one. And we think that in a sales situation, if what you're trying to do is articulate value, and what you end up doing is using headings and bullet points and poor presentation style, then you don't articulate value and you end up getting pushed down to either cost or service. And what happens if this is the commodity play, okay? We're now not delivering a valuable product. What we're delivering is a commodity that anybody else can deliver. And so now we get squeezed on price and cost. So this is people who know you and have a good relationship with you, phone you up and say, we'd like to deal with you, but you're twice the price. Can you do something about the price? And you end up having to give away margin in order to retain business that you've built on relationships. Now, we're not saying that price isn't important and service isn't important, but what we are saying is if you change the way you present and make the way you present more effective and you actually articulate value, more often than not, you don't get involved in this commodity type conversation. And fundamentally, you win more business, you make more margin, and you do it quicker with less time in the sales cycle. And that's the power of having a really good value-based message in your presentation. So this bit's obvious, winning more business because you're selling on value is obvious. Not having to discount gives you more margin. That's fairly obvious. Let's look a little bit about why it fundamentally speeds up the sales cycle. Well, a sale involves at some point somebody signing a purchase order. And when they're signing the purchase order, they almost certainly at some point they have to justify why they chose who they chose to some higher authority. Maybe it's a line manager, maybe it's the CEO. If it is the CEO, maybe it's the stakeholder, the shareholders, or maybe it's the market. But fundamentally, someone somewhere is going to say, you chose to spend $100 million with this organization rather than that organization. Why? And they're going to either articulate it in terms of, well, it was cheaper, everybody else was 120. It's a nice, easy justification. Or, well, they were all about the same, but I've got a long, strong relationship with these people and I trust them to deliver. Fine. Or, no, they're delivering more value than everybody else. And here's why. And if they can't articulate the value, then ultimately they have to have an argument that's about relationship or price. If your presentations are not memorable, then they can't talk about the value. And so you're going to get pushed on price and you're going to only trade with people that have always traded with you. But if you can create a presentation that's engaging, therefore you can make it memorable, then you can make it effective. Now what we've got is the person who's making the decision can articulate to whoever they need to explain the decision to based on value. And if you do that, then clearly they can make the decision quicker. And we think that's important because at Vincis, we think winning is everything.